Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a list of 16 properties today and a really good list for a first-time buyer for the homes less than $500,000 and some good townhouses in today's list, priced pretty well. A couple things before we get started. If you're interested in specific updates about a certain kind of home, so maybe you like 4 bedrooms, maybe you like the Chris Hadfield School District, maybe you like rural properties, maybe you're looking at not only Milton but Mississauga, Oakville, Burlington. All of those things can be plugged into a search. You're directly linked into our realtor database, so you're getting information about homes as soon as they're listed, including powers of sales, estate sales, and other great deals. And all of that gets sent to you automatically. So that we call that our Market Watch or our Home Finder program. So go to miltonmarketwatch.com and you can get that started. The other thing that might be good if you're reaching a certain point in your process is to join us for a tour of homes. It's about 2 hours, and what we do is we want to give you a sense of what's available in your price range for the kind of home that you're looking for. We run them 7 days a week, and you can sign up over at miltontourofhomes.com. And I'm going to drop a couple links today just like that, so get ready for it. But we've got 16, 235 Bronte is the first one. I don't know why it's 12A, but anyways, it's 12A. The virtual tour link is broken, so you won't be able to get pictures from there. 306 888. And so what's happened on this one is there's only been a handful that have sold over 300, but all of them have been from the last 6 months. So it's almost like that Roger Bannister thing where it took years and years for anybody to break the 4-minute mile, and then the year after Roger Bannister did it, 22 or 23 people ran less than 4 minutes for a mile. So it's kind of the same thing here, is we're going to see more and more of these listing and selling above 3. And I think that without pictures, it's very difficult for me to say whether or not it's priced well. But it looks like they've got some pot lights, they've upgraded the trim. So those are the kind of things when you look at the description here, especially the trim, that's something that when people have done that, generally it means that the rest of the home is probably in pretty good shape. If you see a picture of a well-done laundry room, that's another thing that people don't have to do it. So when it's done, it's usually a sign that things are pretty nice in the home. So McJanet is 338. It's an Ashfield or a Cherrywood model, 1051 square feet. And it looks like it's got 2-car parking in the driveway, which doesn't have a huge impact on value, but it does have an impact on the people who need 2 cars. And so it can actually eliminate options and start to make this home stand out compared to all the other options. So main floor, there's not a lot of functional space. Entrance from the garage, there's a foyer plus a closet. And there's laundry there. And then they've done a good job here with all of the sort of tile and stone. There's some work on the walls that I think looks great. It's not a huge place, but I think it's really going to surprise and delight somebody who's looking for a home like this. We just saw one of these models sell for over $330. Hasn't really happened in a while. And I think these models, a lot of these village towns, there's no condo fees attached to them. This is the price. You pay your mortgage, your taxes, and utilities, and you're done. I think they're on their way up a little bit. We've seen some good sales, and we've seen some multiple offers on them recently. And that is really one of the more affordable options. We've got this one on Wettenhall, and it's the seller representing themselves. And so this is 1278 square feet end unit. It's a larger place. Pot lights here. You've got a nice looking kitchen. It's the only model for this village townhome series that has an eat-in kitchen. A couple nice pot lights over here by the windows I think would create a nice effect. And it's 2 bedrooms. There's only 1 bathroom upstairs, and then nothing on the main floor, which is really the second floor. And then down on the entrance level, there's a bathroom. Price is really good. One on Stemmen actually was listed at about $7,000 higher than this one and got multiple offers. So I think that they're certainly in the right zone. Woodley is 373.9. This is an Amesbury or Brennan model, 1130 square feet, Madame built. Nice finishes inside, a bit of a lighter color scheme on the floors and stairs, and you've got a darker kitchen. This little breakfast bar makes much more sense in this model. They never used to have this. They used to just kind of stop this here. The fridge would be on this side, and there's I think a lot more function. It's a little bit more of a flow in this kitchen. Entrance from the garage. You've got 1 full bathroom upstairs, and given what else is sold, the only thing about this one is you don't have the 2 full upstairs, 2 full bathrooms. It's still priced pretty well given what else is sold. This one on Herman is the next model up. It's called the Bolton model. It's 1275 square feet, including a finished basement. So I think that without the finished basement, we see this model selling for around $380 anyways. So they're priced right on the nose. Again, good news for buyers looking in this range because they have been choked with zero inventory for a pretty long time. And gas stove here too, nice appliances, neutral colors. There's your basement, which looks like it's done pretty well. And so there's only one full bathroom upstairs on this one. So now with adding the second full bathroom in the basement, I think that's a very smart move for these guys. And all in, I would say this one is priced exactly where it needs to be at $389. And maybe with the lack of competition, they're going to do really well. Bustle Crescent looks like a great home. I mean, once you start passing $450 on townhouses, we talked about this yesterday, it's very, very difficult. They do have a park right beside, which is nice. So you've got some great views, crown moldings. You've got some hardwood floors here, California shutters throughout the house. It's a good floor plan, lots of space here. Plus you've got a builder finished basement. So we're talking probably like, I think about 2,200 square feet of space. And the flow is a little tougher to like, you basically have this little room tucked away. There's an eat-in, and then you have to kind of walk through the middle of the family room. So it can be difficult to lay furniture out here. But I like it. I think that it's a good model, and I love the location too. So Yates is $488.9. It's getting hard to find this like a detached home, single car garage under $500,000. This one I believe is about a little over 1,800 square feet. You've got a living dining in the front, and then you've got your family room with the kitchen on the back end. 4 bedrooms on this one. Some nice ceiling effects in the bedrooms. I'm not sure if there's a sidewalk here or if it is 2-car parking in the driveway. It says there's an above ground pool in the backyard, so I'm not sure about that. It says basement is partly finished. We don't have a lot of information about that, but even without that stuff, because it's not like an above ground pool adds much value anyways. In fact, a lot of people say get rid of it before I move in. $488.9 is a great price for this home. The hardwood on the main, nice looking kitchen. It's going to sell really, really quick. We had one in December that was similar to this, and it sold extremely fast. So Megson Terrace, $489. Townhouse, about 2,288 square feet of finished space. End unit, I don't know. Again, that's a high price. You can get a detached home for the same kind of money. $490 to me, it would have to be pretty spectacular inside to have a chance there. Featherstone detached 519 double car garage. It's 4 bedrooms. It's got the siding. I don't think it's exactly dressed to impress inside, so it's more of a value pick for somebody. And it's just a question of there's really not a whole lot. Like in this price range at $520, you're usually getting a 3-bedroom detached double garage, sometimes even single car garage. So the lack of inventory in this range I think is going to help them. But I think that it's going to be very difficult to find a buyer. We had a home on Dixon actually that was similar to this, light wood, not a ton of upgrades, although we had granite counters. It was all siding, and it took a long time to find the right buyer for that house. And I could see this one going the same way. So 1240 Robson, $539. It's a Quincy Corner model, and it's in a great school district. Robson's a nice, quiet street, so I like a lot of things about this one. There's no photos, but I'll show you the floor plan here. Come in the side, you've got a living dining off to this side. You go through here, you've got a kitchen that's a U shape or a C shape. A bit of a breakfast area, sliding door, and then you've got your family room. Double car garage. There is sometimes a door here. There's a door here. 4 bedrooms upstairs. Very efficient use of space. There's not a lot of hallway space on this model, so you can do 4 bedrooms plus a laundry. And they also come in a 3-bedroom, but I think most of them are the 4-bedroom. And this one is a 4-bedroom plus a finished basement. I've seen this model sell without a finished basement for this price, especially if it's nice. Hardwood floors, California shutters throughout the home. This one looks like a winner, and there's some buyers that say, hey, you know what? I'm going to wait for the photos to show up. You might be too late on this one if you wait for that. So get out and see it. If you're looking for a double car, 4-bedroom home, basically double car garage, 4 bedrooms detached in a nice area, this is it right here, and it's a nice price. $539 looks like it's right where it needs to be. Monaghan is $599. It's 2540 square feet. It's got the staggered car garage. It looks like it's also got the sidewalk here too, so you really can't park a car here, so you're 3-car parking. It does open up the floor plan inside. So you're not typically getting any room here. It's actually not the dining room, but you would open up and get this room because your garage is shifted forward. There's your kitchen with some crown moldings above, iron pickets on the stairs, just enough upgrades to make it work. This model has sold over 6, and I think they've priced it pretty well too. 966 Farmstead, I had to do a bit of research on this one. That's the home right there. It's basically an all brick version of the Plan 6, which is one of my favorite floor plans from Mattamy. If you've watched Daily Homes long enough, you've heard me talk about how nice that floor plan is. If you go down to the description, it says approximately 2,500 square feet, which is a little disappointing because this same brokerage has just sold a home a few streets away from this one, the exact same floor plan, and it's 2,300 square feet. So they didn't even miss it by a little bit. They missed it by a lot. And hardwood floors, stainless steel appliances. And that one that sold in the 580. So at 607, I think they're certainly shooting a little bit high given what else is sold. Pettit Trail is 610. I like the price on this one here. The home is probably about 2,400 square feet. 49 by 101 foot property is basically like old Milton size. It's a nice size of home, very traditional layout, which sounds bad. Traditional I don't think is a very good word. You've got an island, which I think they've added in. Here's the story. I had a home inspector tell me this, is that he goes, Chuck, you got to add the kitchen island in when you talk about the inclusions. So the light fixtures, appliances, he goes, put the island in. He heard a story from one of his clients that he moved into the home and found that the island wasn't there. A lot of these are movable, so they're considered chattels, so they're considered the same as televisions and couches. The guy took it because he wasn't happy with the price he got, took it to his new home, used it as a workbench in his new home. So make sure that whoever's representing you, I hope it's me, but if it's not, that they put the island in as an inclusion in the agreement. Let's get back to the photos here. Looks like there's no carpet in this home. It looks like they've taken really good care of this home. It's on a nice street. You do get some cut-through traffic here going from Laurier to I believe, Costigan. 9-foot ceilings is nice. Big fan of that one. 629 gets you this one on 20th Side Road. It's basically vacant land. You're about 10 acres. So you're like $60,000 an acre. But what happens is you pay more for the first and second acre than you pay for acres 2 to 10 generally. So it seems kind of fair. There's not a lot of good comparison on these ones. They can be difficult to buy as vacant land because the bank requires you to put a very sizable deposit because it doesn't have any. There's no income stream that can go on this one until you start servicing it and putting something that either you live in or that you rent out. So I've seen banks sometimes ask for between 20 and 50% down payment on vacant land. Holloway Terrace is 639, so it's a Southwind model. It's a Heathwood, so it's got this nice high 8-foot door. Let me just get back to the pictures here. So the Southwind is about 2,300 square feet. Heathwood home, so you've got granite, hardwood, all the rest of it, 9-foot ceilings. Their basic model comes pretty well upgraded. I look at something like this. There's one on Megan right now that's a little bit smaller than this one, but it sides and backs onto a park. This one's a little more upgraded, but I could take Megan and I can do more with it and have what I consider to be a nicer location with the park around it than this one here on Holloway. So I can see the value. Typically the Heathwoods do sell for a little bit more. It's not that far off, but for me, I think there's some other stuff in the price range that I would rather chase for a similar price. Bustle's $599 here, and so it just doesn't have a lot of wow to it. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think the pictures jump out, and having the green space behind is a good thing as well. But I could see this one just kind of getting lost in the shuffle. I think being under $600,000 is a good thing. I think that from a comparison standpoint, Even that one that's on Farmstead at 607, completely different price range. There's a lot of buyers, move-up buyers, that stop their search at 600,000. So I bet you the eyeballs being at 599 compared to 607 is probably 40% more if I just had to take a wild stab. So that's the list for today, 16 properties. And if you have any questions, let me know. We talked about the village townhouses earlier in the list. So we do a monthly village townhouse report, and it's actually at villagetownhousereport.com. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.